In 2017 to 2018, my entire life was on hold. To go into it it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not going to go into the details. I sat here for like a good full minute thinking of whether I was going to go into the details or not, and I'm not. But at the end of it, coming out of it, once I was ready to get moving and get started, that's when everything fell apart. Like, the biggest tower moment of my fucking existence, and I've been through some shit, happened once I was ready to move forward. After that year of hold, I became homeless. I packed my entire house right like a week after a C-section by myself with a U-Haul, moved all my shit, and then had to move in with my mom because it's the only place I had to go. That next year of growth, though, after everything fell apart and I was living out of boxes and my kids and I were living with my mom, my two older ones were upstairs in a little closet-sized room, and living out of boxes also in a school district where the police got called when the kids stabbed each other with pencils. Like, it was bad. With my inner child crap, with a stepfather that was an emotional and sometimes physically abusive stepdad when I was growing up. Downstairs, I was living in my old high school bedroom with my newborn baby across the hall from my grandmother who had dementia, who would just walk in my bedroom naked and call the cops on my mom. Just living out of boxes, without a job, without any money, just fuck, man. It was bad. Kids didn't know that I didn't have any money and that we didn't have a place to go, and that's why we were at my mom's. Like, they had no clue. I didn't talk to them about it. I didn't make a big deal about it. My stepfather gave me a hard time. Like, why don't I go get a job at Burger King? Why don't I go get a job at Taco Bell? And I said, you don't understand. The way I am, if I work at that place, they will fucking use me. Because I will give 120% for no pay. And I will just go above and beyond. I can't do it because I know I'll give too much. The people that work at those places, if you've never worked in the restaurant industry, which I have before, they work way the fuck harder than they get paid. Period. It was my first step at self-worth and self-love. It was time. I made a list of the things I wanted in a job. The hours I wanted to work, because I'd worked restaurants like forever. So I wanted weekends off. I wanted evenings off. I wanted to make at least $17 an hour because I wanted to get an income property, like either where my mom lived or down in the Tampa area, whichever. Those are my two. I wasn't too picky. I had to figure out a resume, which resumes have changed since when I was like younger. So those are weird to make. I almost went back into the restaurant industry because I was running out of options. But I was like, no, that's not on my checklist. Like, I'm going to keep going. And I found a job as a concierge at a spa, which is basically a people pleaser who organizes. I decided on that job, even though I was scheduled to work evenings, and the pay was $11 an hour, and they paid me more than the person that had been there for years and told me not to say. No, they paid me $12 an hour and told me not to say anything, which automatically is a red flag. But I did take the job because they were like, you can talk about your spiritual business, you can hand out business cards. I was like, okay, maybe the universe is putting me here for my spiritual business. Like, okay. I moved all my stuff out of boxes and I put my stuff away. Even though I did not want to be there in my house. I wanted my mom's house. I wanted to get the fuck out of there. But if I took my stuff out of boxes and told the universe, okay, this is what I'm here for. I'm here for inner child. I'm here for self-worth. I'm here. As soon as I did that, as soon as I told the universe, okay, I'm listening, not a month later, I got a call from my ex-landlord. And they said, hey, I've got a project for you. It's only a 3-month project. I don't know if you're interested in it. It's down here in Tampa. So that's like a 2-hour commute. It's boring. I was like, I like boring. What is it? You're going to be removing paper clips and staples to prepare our folders for scanning. And I was like, okay, well, can I ask how much? And she's like, it's $25 an hour. I said, I'll take it. I don't care about the 2-hour commute. I'll take it. I didn't have to fill out a resume. They only hire from temp agencies. I manifested that motherfucker. My mom tried to talk me out of it. It's only temporary. What if it doesn't work out? 2 hours is such a long drive. Blah, 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 blah. I said, Mom, every job is temporary. Every single job is. I don't care if you sign a contract. I don't care if you get hired on, the fill out application, you're hired for an hour, blah, 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 set up a 401k. It could end one day because of whatever. Every single fucking job is temporary. Why would that bother me? I don't care. But what if after the 3 months, what if this, what if that, what if that? I said, okay, what if I succeed? What if this is exactly what I asked for? The pay rate, the hours, everything I asked for, every single thing. My mom upped my living rent because I got paid more. I didn't get to see my kids. My newborn was in front of a TV all day strapped. I was getting out of there. I was getting my life back, and I was gonna do what I needed to do. Long story short, it took me no amount of time whatsoever to find a place down there, to get everybody moved down there. I let the kids finish school with their dad just because. I put my newborn that was now a year old, or about to be a year old, in daycare. First time I'd ever done daycare, so that I had a little bit of a healing to do about daycare. I worked at a place where I got paid by the hour, and I could go in before 9 o'clock. I'd get there at like 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, and I'd stay till 5, Monday through Friday, to make extra money. Plenty of time with my kids in the evening, weekends off. Once I found that balance in my human, then I could start my spiritual work again. Then everything balanced. Except relationship shit. I was able to adapt my spiritual work to my physical job, besides doing my spiritual work, because I worked in a fire and police pension office. And if I'm removing paper clips and staples and Post-its, I'm bringing everything to the light for these people's folders. I'm touching every single piece of paper in that place, from folders as old as like the 1940s into current, from everything from birth certificate to death certificate and everything in between. Bringing it all to the light. That's my intention. And all my spiritual work on the side, past life sessions, things like this, and the pandemic hit. Anyway, my life was on hold until I was ready for my highest timeline. And then everything fucking fell apart. Because when you build your house on sand, it has to tumble and crumble and fall so that you can build your house on rock, not Jesus. Why my personal tarot cards, not my birth tarot cards, the ones that represent me the most, are Death and Tower. Not only am I a past life healer, so I'm a trauma healer as well, but when I help people align with their most healed timeline, some shit might fall apart. It's no longer in your highest fucking good. It's making room for the good stuff. It's a messy ride, but it's fucking worth it. Homeless in 2018. Now I'm here in 2021. I remember when I worked at Olive Garden, I used to sing, started at the bottom, now we're here. Started at the bottom and we're still at the bottom. Which is funny. There is a process, but you have to unlearn, demolish, and rebuild. Scary, but worth it. first thing I need you to do is feel it out. Do the issues that happened, that they said happened to you in a past life, do they match what's currently happening in your current existence? Like, is it the same issues? Can you see how it's reflected in this one? Can you see how the soul remembered the trauma? One of my most popular Linktree tabs is now available on YouTube. It's my steps on how to heal your inner child, past lives, and also get into your Akashic library. You can get to it through my Linktree. Enjoy. Okay, bye.